awfully dark.
Well, your hair is definitely casting a shadow on half your face. But that's because this light's so far over here. You slide yourself backward a bit, even a couple inches. Take the table with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I realize that completely throws off the overhead, and we're just scrapping that overhead for today.
Okay.
It's not set up. Simple as that. Oh, we're live?
Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Greetings from your queen. Your queen of Ooga Booga, that is. Hi, everybody. I'm Sally Diane, and welcome to another episode of Psychic Sundays Live with Sally Diane and her producer. I hope my sound is good today. We had some difficulties with the microphone.
Of course.
Of course. Okay. And I hope everybody's had a good week. I've had a good week. We tried something new this week, which I will continue doing. I've done readings on the different political figures of the day. Needless to say, Donald Trump's reading just went off the charts. So I will be doing that again. I'll actually be taping some more later on today, and hopefully it'll be posted tomorrow. I'll do another reading on Mr. Trump. Maybe we'll look at some of his relationships, and we'll also do a reading for Justin Trudeau. If anybody wants me to do a reading on anything else, just let me know, and we'll get around to it. Now, I did have a reading left over from last week.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not even on chat yet.
Oh,
you
dear.
Want me to go check out chat from last episode. I can't even pull that up at the moment. It's something you should already know.
Okay, so enough of that. Anyhow, it's nice to see y'all here.
All right, so Nav wants to know what's coming towards me in love this week. She's a Virgo.
Virgo. Oh, Virgos are the best.
Hi, Trevor and Mark.
Hi, guys. Okay, Nav. Okay, throw 3 cards for Nav. Your center card is the 5 of Cups. So this week is one for you to try to focus on what you do have and not what you don't have. You know, the idea behind the 5 of Cups is it is just that. Count your blessings. Okay, so let's see what works against you. Okay, what works against you is the 6 of Pentacles. And that tells me that things are coming through maybe a little too slowly. And I think in love, you know, what the 5 of Cups is telling me is that you should, you'll get kind of a teaser this week, but there's not going to be anything stellar. You know, of course, we always want something stellar in our love life. We want to get those fireworks. Well, you're going to get a firecracker. But what works for you is the Death card. Now, don't draw in your breath. Death is normally speaking a good card. It talks about changes, and it talks about political changes. And I think you're going to find over the next few weeks there's going to be changes in your love life, but it has more to do with changes in you, where you're looking at yourself a little bit differently. And that's a positive thing. You know, I see you kind of getting a little bit more confident. Okay, thank you very much. So I know I've mentioned before that I'm doing readings at the spa near the tracks, and usually I'm there every other Friday and Saturday, and I will be there this Friday. But because there's a little to do on Saturday, well, not to do in that way. We're having a little get together, a little driveway party, if you will, on the 22nd. So I won't be at the spa near the tracks on Saturday, but I will be there on Tuesday. And I understand I still have a couple of spots open if anybody wants a reading on Tuesday. Just give the spa near the tracks a call. And I know that number's up on the screen, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
All right. We got a lively crowd here. Hi, TS. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Bob. TS wants to know what's in the card of career-wise.
Career.
Yeah, and he or she is a Taurus.
That's Tracy. Okay. And career-wise, your middle card is the Seven of Cups. The negative prospect, the negative card is the World, and the positive card is the Four of Coins. I mean the Five of Coins, which I know doesn't mean anything to you yet, but it will. Career-wise, overall, I'm seeing a lot of different opportunities, a lot of different ways you can go. And I think that this is a good time for you to focus in on one thing and one path and stick to it. Because you really can't walk 3 different paths at once. Okay, so I know it feels like you're hedging your bets, but now's the time to make up your mind and decide which way you want to go career-wise and really put your shoulder into it. I do see somebody around you career-wise, and he admires you. And I see him giving you some good advice. And what works against you, you have the World, and I think that's telling me that you haven't achieved everything you want to yet, and you might be a little bit impatient. And there's that reminder that everything's process, everything's a path. But for this week, it does look like you'll get some good advice, and you just need to focus a little bit more, and you should be able to move ahead just fine in your career.
Hi, Marcy.
Hi, Marcy.
Hi,
Welcome,
Georgia Peach.
And Georgia Peach.
So, Ruby wants to know, when will A reach out to me?
Ruby, when will A reach out to me? Okay. Okay, your middle card is the Falling Tower. And, you know, when you ask me, when will A reach out to me, it tells me that A is not in your life right now. And it's, when the tower shows up, it talks about things being taken out of our life, but for a good reason. You know, sometimes the universe takes things away from us to make room for new things. What works against you is the Star. Okay, and the Star is about hopes and dreams. It's also about having hope and a good positive attitude. Kind of tell me you worry too much. And positively speaking, you've got the Page of Cups. So I do see a message come your way, because sometimes pages are messages. And this is a message with some affection to it. And it feels like it comes before the cold weather. So I'm going to say before October. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, next we have Shirley, who wants to know what to do with her husband, Bob.
Well, let me tell you what. It involves. No, I'm not going to say it. Oh.
No, she actually wants to know what's coming up for the both of them.
Okay. Shirley and Bob, an awesome couple. They surely don't need charcoal starter. Okay. Shirley and Bob, what's coming up for them? Okay, so the middle card, which is a strong card, is the Ace of Pentacles, which tells me you guys got an opportunity around money coming your way. And a lot of times when I see this card, I think career and business and stuff like that. But this feels a little bit different. You know, this might be news about an investment that you already have, or real estate counts as an investment. Okay, so what works against you? I have the Five of Cups. I mean, the Five of Coins. And when I look at my Five of Coins and see it as negativity, I see that as communication. And I think that I'm not saying that you guys don't communicate. I'm not pretending to you know that. But what the cards are telling me is that you need to have a more productive communication regarding money and finances in particular. You know, you got to make sure the two of you are on the same page and headed in the same direction. Okay, and then positively aspected, you've got the Ten of Wands. And what that tells me is right now you guys got a lot of coals in the fire, if you will. You guys are carrying a lot, and usually that card will say, well, you know, you gotta let go of some things, but just because where it's situated and everything, it kind of tells me that you guys can navigate the next little while still holding on to everything that you've got going on. You're not going to have to do a sorting out process until the winter comes around. And then you might want to look at how many activities you guys have on the go. Thank you so much. I've got to end the readings a little bit differently. That sounds silly.
Georgia Peach wants to know whether RS has been thinking about her or him. And I have a feeling he misses me a lot.
Okay, so Georgia Peach, I'm assuming, is a woman?
I don't assume these things anymore.
That's true. Okay. Georgia Peach and RS. And what was the question about RS again?
Whether he misses her or is thinking about her, and is he still pining for me?
No. Okay, so your middle card is the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords does have a bit of regret to it. So, but there's also this idea that there's kind of a wall of swords there. So yes, he does miss you. Yes, he does think a lot about you, and he does have some guilt and regret there. But I don't think he's ever going to talk to you about it.
All right, who we got next?
Oh, okay.
All right, Marcy says that you look marvelous. I agree.
Thank you. It's the crown.
Yes, Georgia Peach loves the crown.
Yeah, Georgia Peach, don't let career opportunities pass you by. You know, this is a good time to make some changes.
Everybody loves the crown.
Okay, so who's next?
I'm working on it.
Okay, so
Haunting Live wants to know how their trip in October is going to go. If there's going to be any setbacks, and if there's any setbacks, they're going to be able to get everything done that they plan on getting done. You're welcome, Georgia Peach and Shirley.
okay, your center card is the 5 of coins there, Hauntings Live. I think you may find that you're shut out of one of the places you want to go. You know, because when you see the 5 of coins, a lot of times it's got people that are shut out of a church or something. And even in my cards, there's kind of like a wall there, and it just feels like, no, this is a place where you can't go. But overall, that might be a blessing in disguise, because I do see a 9 of coins positively aspected for you. So this is going to be a really productive trip, even though I think there's a lot of tension before this trip, before you go on this trip. So you might find that you're maybe a little out of sorts and maybe a little short-tempered before the trip. So like my mom used to say, keep your words short, soft and sweet. You may have to eat them tomorrow. Anyhow, overall, once you get on the trip, once you get there, everything works out, but not as you expect. And what works against you is the Emperor. And the Emperor is an authority figure. He sits on a throne, but he sits on a stone throne. And I really feel like you need to be flexible in this trip to last minute changes. So don't be too stubborn. Okay, but it should go well. Good pentacles around it. It should bring you opportunities.
All right, so Shirley has a question, if you've got one more for her.
Of course.
How is her mom doing health-wise? Georgia Peach has a follow-up question, too.
Okay.
I don't know
So,
what it is.
Shirley, does your mom have hearing loss in one of her ears?
Well, we'll never know. By the time she gets that replaced, we get a hell of a lot of dead air.
Okay, so Shirley's mom. I say it because as I'm thinking about her mom, I'm just getting something with my right ear.
Yes, Bob says yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think your mom might be going through, and it might be because of COVID or whatever. It shows her being in kind of a hermit period right now for the next couple of weeks or couple of months. It just seems like she's a little standoffish from people, and again, that might have to do with COVID, because overall it says that she's she's not as fiery as she used to be, but there's still fire there. And positively aspected. Oh, middle card was 2 swords. The negative aspect is the Queen of Wands. And so that's where I see your mom as being the Queen of Wands, but maybe not as fiery as she used to be. And then the positive aspect is the Lovers. And this says that there is a very loving relationship between you guys, isn't there? Anyhow, it looks like you will get a chance to visit her before Thanksgiving.
All right.
Georgia
so-
Peach, what was your follow-up question?
She didn't get accepted into dental hygiene school, and she doesn't know where to go from here. There's more than one dental hygiene school.
And my producer makes a good point there. Yeah, actually, I think he's dead bang on, because your center card here is the Queen of Coins, and the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, and that talks about a woman who I see as being you getting an opportunity, and that might be an opportunity or a bright idea kind of thing. Negatively aspect is the Page of Pentacles, so you didn't get to go to, so the page could be a student, so that would say you didn't get to go be the student you wanted to be in the career of your choosing. But up ahead, you've got you have the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is kind of a lot of different opportunities just kind of all in front of you, but this is a good time for you to be weighing the other opportunities, including the aspect that there might be more than one dental hygienist school if that's what you have your heart set on. But this says that the most positive thing you can do going forward is to look at a number of different aspects. Consider them all and just run them through your mind. But overall, with the Queen of Coins as the center card, you will, this isn't an end all. This isn't a fall flat for good. This is, you'll find a way to get back on your feet and back on track.
You're welcome, Bob and Charlie and everybody else. And that's it for questions right now. Oh, hang on a second. I'm not set to live, chat. So, filler.
Oh, okay. So we managed to put up a number of videos. As you can, what's this?
What's this?
It's 7.
Right.
For 7 minutes.
We put up 7 videos in the last 48 hours.
We put up 7 videos in the last 48 hours, and that's not all of them that we have. We did put up all the readings as far as what's coming up. I talked about the reading that I did for Donald Trump, and the one thing that I got is this week his polls are going to go up, and the day after, it was 2 days after I did the reading. Yeah, 2 days after I did the reading, his brother's passed. He is going to get sympathy votes. So he is going to gain in the polls just because people, well, you always feel sorry for somebody that loses, somebody in their family, of course. We also did one for Joe Biden, one for Kamala Harris, one for Michael Pence. He's afraid of women and he relies on his wife. Big surprise. And the 2020 election and the post office. And with the post office, I know that a lot of our friends to the south are very, very worried about that. And you have a right to be. People aren't getting their medicines, they aren't getting their finances, their checks. There's a lot of businesses that rely on the post office. And this whole let's do this to swing the election was very short-sighted, but there's this constitutional thing, and the constitutional part of it will override Donald Trump's very very stringent, very devoted attempts to uphinge the USPS. He's managed to set it back a little bit, but he won't be able to do it all the way to the election. Okay, and we also put up a rather long video that I had done a couple years back at Queen's Inn, and this was a lecture that I had given it in the Queen Victorian Room on the tarot, and it was a comparative study of the Rider-Waite deck versus the Thoth deck, which was Aleister Crowley's deck. And those two decks are kind of the go-to decks in tarot. So I was just comparing the work of the two individuals. The Rider-Waite deck, which the cards that my producer shows when I do a reading, those are the Rider-Waite deck. And that was done and designed by Sir Edward Waite and drawn by Pamela Coleman Smith. And then there was the Thoth deck, and the Thoth deck was done about 30 years later, and that was done under the guidance of Aleister Crowley and the artwork of Lady Frida Harris.
All right, we got a few questions here.
Okay,
all right.
I have a few answers.
Alma just says hi. Hi, Alma.
Hi,
Chris
Alma.
wants to know when his foot operation is going to happen. Chris, I'm getting 4 months in January, beginning of January.
Okay.
And Mr. Maurice Evans-Jones. Yes, of course you can get a reading. Just ask a question. Alma wants to know if she'll get a better paying job this year. But one at a time.
Okay.
Now we're doing Chris's foot.
Oh, I thought you just did that.
Oh, okay. Well,
you stepped on me, so there you go. We'll move on. And so, who is Alma or the?
All right. So Alma wants to know if she's going to get a better paying job this year.
Okay. Boy, the Seven of Cups just keeps showing up and keeps showing up, Alma. And that one, you know, when you asked, I kind of got this feeling that maybe you think about getting a new job, you want a new job, but you're not really putting your neck out there, sticking your neck out. The negative aspect is a high priestess, and she tells me that you already know this. You know, you can get a new job, but you can't just think about getting a new job. You actually have to have a plan and a direction. And if you get a plan and a direction, you can, that was 5 of Cups. If you can get a plan and a direction in place, yes, you can get another job within 5 months.
You're welcome, Alma. Maurice wants to know what his current job outlook is going to be. Alma, right now we all feel like we can't move forward.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people feel that way, and this is a time of turmoil. It's a time when we don't want to take chances, but it's actually a time when it's better for you to take some chances. You know, I keep saying during a time of turmoil, that's when you look for your options. Because there's always going to be opportunities when things are going topsy-turvy. There's always going to be something that you can grab along the way. Okay, so what was the question I was looking at?
Maurice wants to know about job outlook.
Maurice and job outlook. Maurice. I think you're getting bad advice, Maurice. Not for me, of course. Okay, your center card is the King of Cups. And so that tells me always go for what you love. You know, because that's what cups are all about. And in the King of Cups, I see you. what works against you is a 10 of cups. So you've got a household and a home to keep going, you know, where you don't want to rock the boat. Really, all these are good cards. When I look at what's positive for you and what's coming ahead, you have the 6 of Wands. So that tells me in another 6 weeks, I think you're going to find things moving forward. I get the feeling that it's one of these things that's going to be good for you, but not so good for somebody else. Don't feel guilty. Stuff happens. But yes, 6 weeks, got a pretty good job opportunity coming. And one that's well deserved.
All right, who's next? You're welcome, Alma.
So I did another video. There's the lecture that I gave, and you'll see that I look much younger in that picture. In that lecture, well, not much, but about 5 years. Then I did another lesson for the getting to know your tarot, and I believe this is number 4, isn't it? Yeah, and this one dealt with the numbers.
It's not up yet.
It's not up yet, but it will be up next week. But it's in the can. Okay.
Bob wants to know whether he and Shirley are going to move to Kitchener.
Let's see. Okay, I know I looked at those cards and I didn't say anything. And it was just kind of a warning that watch out for people's negativity. You know, avoid negative people, especially around this. Don't let people criticize or whatever. You know how people get. Bob and Shirley going to beautiful Kitchener, home of North America's largest Oktoberfest. And funny I should talk about Oktoberfest, because you do have the 10 of Swords dead center. And that makes me wonder if this moving to Kitchener is something that you've been, like moving to Jackson, that this is something that you guys think about and then don't do, and think about and don't do. Because this card tells me you guys have been at this spot before. What works against you, moving to Kitchener, that is, has to do with job and work. I think you've got opportunities coming someplace not Kitchener. Definitely, because negatively aspected, you have the 3 of Pentacles, but the 3 of Pentacles is that whole completion. Positively aspected, you've got the 8 of Pentacles. So somebody's career is going to start moving forward after a bit of a stall, because you haven't really achieved everything that you can achieve. So as far as moving to Kitchener, I think you got some delays coming up there still, for a good reason.
What I got immediately was Guelph. Anyhow, next. Who's next? Marcy wants to know how her lonely kidney's going to do in the future. I gave the other one away.
Marcy's lonely kidney.
You're welcome, Bob.
Okay, in the middle, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So that was a really nice, that was a very generous gift of you to give. Positively aspected, you have the Star. So I think your kidney's going to do just fine, but you do have the Devil as a warning that you know that you need to be careful. Just because I see that your kidney is doing just fine, it doesn't mean that you can start consuming massive amounts of salt and drinking massive amounts of white liquor.
In the Devil card, the woman is holding grapes, is she not?
Yes. Well, she's not holding it so much as her tail is made of it.
Her tail is made of grapes.
Yes.
And by white liquor, you mean wine?
No, I mean vodka and stuff.
Ah.
You know, the stuff that'll rot your kidneys.
Like wine.
Certain wines, certain foods.
You're welcome, Marcy. Well, no other questions right now.
Okay, so I also got a request to do one of my readings on Justin Trudeau. So this week I will be doing a reading on Justin Trudeau. And whatever else you guys want me to look at, just let me know. And I'm also going to, I also need to do another video for the tarot lesson series, and that will be on the Fool's Journey. And the Fool's Journey is a story that Eden Gray tells, and it's to help you to interpret the cards along the way. Where the Fool starts out at the Fool and ends at the World, and all the cards along the way are the Fool's development along the way. And I always like to use the Fool's Journey in my lessons, because if you have that story right here, anytime you get a major arcana card, if you have a hard time figuring out what it means, you can just run through that story in your head. And so it's a good way to remember all the major arcana cards and what they mean.
Yes, Saturday will be a good birthday for a queen.
Yes, my Beatles' birthday.
I have a question from Sherry. Her life's a bit of a shambles right now, and she's kind of lost, wants to know if there's anything good coming her way. She also got some issues with her kid.
Okay, you don't have issues with your kid. Your kid has issues with you. I mean, how old is this kid? And I say that because I just feel like as soon as that came out, I really feel like you're not doing anything wrong here. I really feel like you're being treated unfairly. But you've got I can just sense you have some good potential around you. Okay, so your center card is the King of Cups. And so I feel like this is somebody who's in your life, a romantic interest, and it feels like he's already there. And he seems to be a positive aspect in your life. And the Two of Cups is positively aspected as well. When you say you're having issues with your kid, well, you got the Page of Wands negatively aspected. And so that kind of tells me it's misdirected fire. Are you dealing with an adolescent here? If you're not dealing with an adolescent, you're certainly dealing with adolescent behavior. But overall, focus on, focus on your love life, because that seems to be the more positive thing, Sherry. Also, could I just suggest that you watch a video by Bob and Brad called what was it? 7 Things That Happy People Do. And I found it really inspirational. And I think it would benefit you, because I just feel like you're kind of in this emotional downward spiral, and things aren't as bad as they feel. But it's hard to pick yourself up and dust yourself off when you're feeling that way. So I think that you'll find things there, to exercises to help you kind of pick yourself up a bit. And as far as the behavior of your kid, only own it so much. It just feels like, and I'm going to feel like crap if she tells me she's got a 4-year-old, because I really feel like there's this idea of choice. Anyhow, thank you so much for tuning in. And it's wonderful to see you and everybody week after week. I look forward to this.
Thank you, Georgia Peach. Hi, Kyra.
Hi, Kyra. I talk about my radio days, and then that.
All right, hang on. She's got a question. It's kind of a longer one here. All right, let me just read this to you. Me and my ex-boyfriend's family had a massive argument. He lied on me and manipulated the whole situation. Will they find out the truth? By they, I guess they mean her family.
His family has known him either most of his life or most of their own life. So they should be aware of how one uses the truth. Lying tends to be a habit, and sometimes even an addiction.
I gotta get some sound effects.
Really? Okay, so the middle card is temperance. And temperance isn't just about balance. It's about a blessed balance. And it makes me wonder if maybe this is a good time to kind of get all of them out of your life. And maybe if they hadn't have been this way, then you would have continued to have a relationship with them. I really think that this is a blessing in disguise. Oh, it is so a blessing in disguise. As far as him lying, he'll always lie. And nobody wants to believe that they're being lied to, which is why his family believes his lies over your truth. Because then they don't have to admit that somebody they were related to lied to them again. They shouldn't be surprised this guy ever lies, because he does nothing but lie. Negatively aspected is the 10 of Pentacles. And this relationship and this breakup has actually cost you some resources, has actually cost you some financial status there. Going back to that center card, I know you're dealing with all this, but you're also finding your balance. And the thing that stands out to me about this card is that the individual in the card is standing on their own. They don't have anybody holding them up, but they do have, there is this idea of having an angel, because the person has wings. So the character in Temperance is associated with the Archangel Michael. So this is actually so truly a blessing in disguise. I know it hurts right now, but trust me, cut them all out of your life. You dodged a bullet.
Hey, if I've missed anybody's questions, speak up.
Please do. I'm going to start talking about my my radio show again.
No.
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 No. You're going to lose the young people. We don't know what radio is.
It was on AM 96.
Well,
Now
geez,
they're
now
on
you've definitely
AM.
lost them. Kyra
Oh.
says that her mom told her the exact same thing.
Sounds like a wise woman, and your mommy loves you. Yeah, but you know, every Sunday night I get on the bus and I go down to Cambridge. It was just my ritual. Like Sundays were just I'd spend the whole day just chilling out, and then around 5 or 6 I get ready and get on the bus and go to Cambridge, and I really enjoyed it. It was something I looked forward to every Sunday night. Just getting back into the radio station and sitting there with Early Shirley and taking the calls. It was awesome, and
yeah, all right. Haunting Live wants to know how the workshop is gonna go. Good luck. No, I didn't mean it like that, Mark.
overall, it's going to go pretty well. You've got the Chariot and the Star here, and these cards just kind of flew out. And so the Chariot and the Star are positively aspected. Negatively aspected, you've got the Two of Swords and the Five of Cups. And they both have this idea of being shut out. Yeah, I get a feeling that somebody's going to let you down.
Yeah.
It won't be me. I promise. Cross my heart. It's not going to be me. But it does feel like we're going to get let down by somebody.
Yeah, you're probably going to have a fight with me because I'm right.
No, that just means they come to me.
Oh, he was mean to me.
Oh.
I've heard that my entire life.
Yes, I have definitely heard that for the past 20 some odd years. Could you tell Ollie ... Oh, I remember that. Now, when the second psychic fair I did in Canada, his dad, Ollie's dad, was the psychic there. And I remember seeing Peter's sign. I can remember that clear as day. And I was just like right around the corner from him. But Ollie was there too. And it wasn't that busy of a fair, but he doesn't remember me at all. He remembers people on either side of me, and I don't remember him. So when we met at the Pickering Fair, wasn't it?
Yes.
When we met at the Pickering Fair, it was like the first time. And I was giving one of my runes lectures, and he's in the front seat. And he's just looking at me smiling. Yeah, I knew right then. I knew right then that guy was that he was going to be around a while. And then he was running the concession stand with his mom. And I went there and ordered lunch. And he hands me my lunch and then says, "Do you know that dress you're wearing is very translucent?"
Oh, I got an unhappy dog here.
That was the first thing he said to me. It was love at first sight. Aw.
Wow, dog, you get some bad breath, man. Whew.
Oh, we need doggy bones. Doggy bad breath bones.
All right, Haunting Lives wants to know if there's going to be any spiritual shows in Stratford coming up. Chris, can you clarify that question, please?
I don't know. There's one that we're putting on, and I am considering putting on a couple of lectures at the Queen's Inn over the winter.
Well, you had talked about putting on a fair.
Yeah, but that, when I looked into everything that was involved with that, it was just, it didn't sound like much fun. Give me a lecture and a little tarot demo or something like that. That sounds like fun. And what we're doing in November, that sounds like super duper fun. Together with OGPS Filming, who are the official parent investigators for the Queen's Inn. And I, yours truly, will be putting on an event at the Queen's Inn. And that will be on a Friday and Saturday night, November 6th and 7th, I believe. It's the first Friday and Saturday in November. And on Friday night, we will be having a formal dinner. And then we will have yours truly and OGP and Chris from OGPS Filming, both keynote speakers. And we are working on a third keynote speaker. And we'll also have a meet and greet after the dinner. And on Saturday, we will be having workshops all day. And also on Saturday night, we will be having a walkthrough, the paranormal investigation walkthrough of the Queen's Inn, and a seance. And the tickets are on sale at the Queen's Inn. And you can also book a room. We were talking about having last night. We were talking about maybe having a pajama party for those of you who will be staying at the inn on Friday night.
Chris was talking about psychic fairs and reading shows coming to Stratford.
It's been a while since there's been any kind of psychic fairs in Stratford. Not since First Star, Stan and Ray's was there.
Well, the psychic fairs in Stratford have been replaced with wellness fairs and new age fairs and stuff like that.
Yes.
And they often will have a reader or two or three there, and a lot of stuff that they try to sell you. Just in case you think you need it. They think you need it.
Yeah, I remember, how many years ago was this? Got to be about 10 years ago when we did the wellness fair at Spruce Lodge. Remember that? And I did 5-minute readings. Well, was it 5-minute, 2-minute readings, 1-card readings. And the idea was I just did for promotion. And I ended up getting quite a few readings from that.
All Chris wants to know what the cards say.
About psychic fairs and the like coming to Stratford. Okay. Not till spring. Not till spring. The middle card is the moon. The positive aspect is the Fool, and I really relate to that card. You know that. And the negative aspect is Judgment. So Judgment talks about negatively aspect would talk about things not moving forward as fast as they should. And when I see the moon, I really get a feeling of springtime, like April or that. So we might have something along those lines coming to Stratford, but it's not going to be until spring before we can even have anything like that.
Yeah, I'm picking up. It's going to be brand new promoter.
All brand new.
Brand new. First,
all major arcana cards.
Yeah. It's going to be a female promoter. It's going to be in one of the hotels. And it's going to be more of a half and half thing between wellness products, psychics, and witches. I see some Wicca stuff going on.
Interesting. I might just buy a ticket to that. Anyhow, who's next?
Oh, that's it. That's pretty much it. It's 8 to 10. All right, time we got to wrap up going. Why don't you pull a couple of cards for the week ahead?
For the week ahead, and this is a week ahead in Canada. You guys remember last week? Last week, let's see.
There was a scandal with a woman and money.
Yeah, and that
And
came
this
up.
past week, there was a scandal with woman and money that was tied to Trudeau.
That's too bad. I like Trudeau. I know. Don't tell me about it. I like him, and it probably does have to do with his looks. Okay, so this week in Canada. Okay, so first off, we have the Four of Wands. And, you know, the Four of Wands, talk about the community aspect of the Four of Wands. And I see the world coming to us, you know, as opposed to coming to the United States. This is going to be a good week for Canada as far as Canada's relationship with the rest of the world. Negatively aspected with Canada is we are going to have a little bit of trouble getting our job numbers up. The job numbers aren't going to be too good, and so we're going to, you know, I really feel like, oh, it's the three of Pentacles, negatively aspected. So I think that we're not doing as well as we could do job wise, you know, and that's something that we'll have to work on. Positively aspected, the Nine of Cups, and Canada keeps doing well with the whole COVID thing. So look for a little bit more of a move forward. And I'm in Ontario, and so I really feel like this is Ontario is going forward. And well, it was for the whole country, but overall we're right where we want to be there as far as progress. And as far as keeping the curve flatten the curve, that's what we're looking at. So not too bad of a week for Canada. Hopefully the jobs numbers gets better. Okay.
You're very welcome, Marcy. When you said that the world is coming to us, I had a flash of the UN coming to Canada. The world already lives here. The UN might as well be here as well. They don't have to put up with 14, 15 million people in Manhattan. And they don't have to put up with the segregated states.
We'll see. Because you and I differ on that one.
Anyhow, we got a few more minutes left. Hey, folks, do us a favor, like the video, subscribe if you want to let them know about more videos, hit that bell icon, and beyond that, we would just love if you just spread the word that we're here, that we're putting out videos, share the links with your friends, put them on Facebook and all that.
Share all the videos that you like.
The more participation we're going to get, the better show this is going to be.
Absolutely. And I look forward to seeing you all here next week. I will be putting out a video next week on the palms. I know that everybody likes palm reading ones. And I have room on my list for a couple more palms. So go ahead and send me pictures of your palms. If somebody you know wants a palm reading, don't send me a picture of their palms. Give them my email address, which is thequeenofoogaboga@gmail.com. Also, anybody who wants a reading from me can see me at the spa near the tracks. And I actually have some open appointments, or last time I talked to them, I did, for this Tuesday and Friday. Usually I'm there every other Friday and Saturday. Some of you are not in the Stratford area. If you would like a Skype reading with your Queen of Ooga Booga, Sally Diane, just send me an email at queenofoogaboga@gmail.com, and we will arrange a reading for you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I look forward to seeing all of you next week. Tell your friends, and maybe we'll see a few of them next week, too. Have a good week. Farewell from your Queen.
You're out, Cam.
All right.